And a letter from the U.S. Supreme Court is bad news for an Albuquerque woman and maybe a lot of other drivers. Good evening. A New Mexico Indian Pueblo will not be held responsible for the actions of a tribal employee who badly hurt a woman in a crash here in Albuquerque.
The employee had been drinking, was driving a Pueblo pickup, and was far from the reservation. But the long fight over the tribe's responsibility has ended with the U.S. Supreme Court refusing to hear the case. As Kim Vyas reports, it confirms that tribal immunity goes far beyond the boundaries of the reservation.
It's horribly unjust.
David Struble and his client Peggy Reed's 6-year fight ended yesterday with this letter from the U.S. Supreme Court.
I was doing nothing wrong, and my life changed in an instant because of bad decisions made by someone who will never be held accountable.
It was back on November 29, 2005, on Jefferson in Albuquerque, that Reed's SUV was hit by a truck owned by the Santa Clara Pueblo. The driver, a Santa Clara employee, was at fault, according to APD, and had been drinking since 7 a.m. It was now noon. He blew a .04 on a breath alcohol test. Reed was seriously injured and racked up hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills, and her car was totaled. But she says the tribe never stepped up.
The tribe has insurance that might have covered Peggy's damages. They elected not to submit the claim to their insurance. They offered her under $2,000 for all of her damages.
Reed sued, but a district court judge, appeals court, and even the New Mexico Supreme Court ruled the tribe could not be held liable because they had tribal sovereign immunity on or off the reservation. In its refusal to hear the case, the U.S. Supreme Court allows those rulings to stand. Reed says this decision isn't just unjust for her, but for everyone out there.
The fact that there are people out there driving vehicles on public roads who aren't going to be held accountable for their actions, that's a scary, scary thing for all of us.
Kim Vyas, KRQE News 13.
The attorney says this case could set precedent across the country for similar cases. We did call the tribe's attorney for comment today, but our call was not returned.